Once again, Ying's eyes caught the morning of the new day. This time, he wasn't blessed to see the sun, for he had woken up strapped to a chair in an odd room. Where am I? He asked himself. He heard the familiar sound of the door opening and footsteps approaching him.
Ah, look who's awake. Good morning, Keyshawn.
It's you. The guy I saw last night. Who are you? What do you want from me?
Part of you already knows, but given the circumstances, I will tell you anyway. My name is Alfreya, and I am a wizard from a clan that specializes in helping children with big imaginations.
Wizards? Clan? Imagination? Give me a fucking break, alright? How do I know you're not just making this shit up?
You are still as foul-mouthed, as hostile as ever. That is the Keyshawn in you.
For the final time, I am not this person you keep saying that I am. You've got the wrong guy. I keep telling you.
You are in fact Keyshawn, for the simple reason that your body bears his spirit, his very soul, the same spirit and soul of which was connected to mine for the past 5 years, and now it wishes to be as far away as possible. But the simple fact of the matter is, your spirit can never escape me, for it is the source of my powers. In other words, your outburst, your anger last night, was the result of your spirit wanting to be far away.
Stop! I don't want to hear any more of these fucking lies, okay? Just untie me and send me back home already!
Very well. If you prefer being difficult over listening to reason, then I guess we will do things the hard way.
Following this, the wizard would pull a syringe right out of his pocket, leaking some of the liquid right out of it. Ying's face was filled with fear. He didn't know what that thing was or what it would do to him. He was visibly confused. Alfreya could hear the fear in Ying's voice as he'd state, "What is that? You're seriously not gonna put that thing in me, are you?"
I believe this will make you feel better, help you see the truth. Now, stand still.
Alfreya would state menacingly as he walked closer to Ying.
Wait, hold on. Stop! Don't come near me! Stay away!
The search party, which was conducted to find Ying after finding out he was abducted, would report back to Glover's office. So despite searching the entirety of Jump City, neither one of you were able to find any trace of him. "I'm afraid not, sir. I felt his energy explode last night at the park, but I haven't been able to sense anything ever since I investigated what went down." As the male was speaking, the navigation bot would fly into the office.
Glover, sir. I've successfully downloaded the camera footage regarding the altercation at the park last night.
Excellent. With this, we'll at least be able to see whom he traded blows with. Glover, the subordinate, and the entirety of the search party would watch the camera footage, seeing Ying try his hardest against the wizard and failing. I see. I didn't expect him to make his move so suddenly, but if that's how he'd like to play it, Straw Hat Luffy, who had been standing among the crowd, would step forward. "So we just gotta go beat up that guy and go save Ying, right? I'm in."
Count me in, too. These guys seem pretty strong from the looks of it. You guys are being way too sudden, you know? We don't even know where they went off to yet.
Naruto is right. There's still too much that we're uninformed on. And with that said, I'm putting the three of you on standby. I'll handle it from here. But Glover, from the way you were talking, you sound as though you encountered him in the past. Is there something you aren't telling us? I have. He is who I once saved Ying from. My intentions were to bring Ying here to give him a new life, a better life, which would explain why he's here. He's trying to bring Ying back to continue living his old life, which is why I'm the best suited to handle this situation. The four of you did excellent work as always, but take a rest. I've got this.
I honestly hope you're happy with yourself, because right now you disgust me.
Because if you swing on me, your bitch ass is going down.
Where the hell am I?
It looks like you've awoken again. Tell me, how do you feel?
You're Alroya.
How interesting you know my name. I haven't even told you. And that tells me Alfreya's syringe worked.
I suddenly remember walking at night and trying to escape all the things I've done. What did he do to me? What do you guys want?
You were once a naive 16-year-old boy who wanted to escape to a world where there was nothing but happiness. But you see, everyone must return to their families. And that is what Alfreya and I seek to do for you.
Stop talking nonsense! You guys made my life miserable and you know it!
I will not deny that. But see, it was for our benefit. Your imagination can be anyone's greatest weapon. Your impulsive acts, your choice of words, and the consequences you receive for them. They are all what give us the power. Remember—
I don't care! I don't care for anything you're talking about! Ah!
She said she need more, told her bitch, use a whore, drop them panties to the—
What is this nonsense? Stop!
See what I
Get it out of my head!
Ooh, I can feel it now. The power coursing through my veins. Now do you understand? Your guilt, the consequences of your actions, the repercussions, the effects that they have on you. All of that is the source of our power. And each time you suffer, each time you even feel guilt or cringe even a little, it powers us immensely.
So that's why you brought me back. After all that talk that Alfreya was on about returning me to my true self, you guys only want to use me for power.
To strengthen the people in our ranks and to expand our empire. My brother and I are the only ones who can do it. We are the strongest of all of our empire.
Oh yeah? Well, I got news for you. You and your brother can take your empire and shove it right up your— Alroya quickly slapped Ying across the face before he could finish that sentence.
You are so foul-mouthed and disrespectful. Is that the effects of the syringe which brought back your memories?
But that slap quickly angered Ying. A flickering red flaming aura would cloak him.
I think it's time you cool down.
Suddenly, Ying's body would be covered in an icicle.
What? What is this? What did you do to me?
Oh, nothing major. Just casted a little ice coffin spell. Something to hold over that bothersome sinister energy of yours. Fear not. It shall melt in 30 minutes.
You piece of shit. I fucking hate you. I want you to know just how bad I fucking hate you wizard scumbags. And when I get out of here, I swear on everything, I'll kill every last one of you.
Still a little ill-tempered, are we? Fine then. You can stay in the ice coffin a little longer. At least until Alfreya comes back with your original body. Either way, through you, the success of our empire is secure, and there is nothing you can do to stop it.
The ice coffin eventually melted, and Ying would be seen lying on the floor completely unconscious. The sound of Ying's door opening would wake him up. Alroya entered his room again.
We've prepared lunch. Come, it's waiting for you in the cafeteria.
Didn't know you guys cared enough about me to feed me lunch, but whatever. Ying traveled down the hallway alongside Alroya, getting that familiar feeling of deja vu, but rather than a good feeling granted to him by the city that he walked in alongside Glover, he felt the feeling of misery and helplessness with every step he took.
The cafeteria is just beyond that door. We can discuss what'll happen next while you eat and then—
Before Alroya could finish his sentence, Ying immediately bolted. He ran as fast as he could down the hallways to get far away from Alroya and Alfreya as he could, to get out of the building, to find his way back home. But Alroya shot an ice magic projectile right at Ying's foot. Ying would hit the floor pretty hard upon being tripped.
You cannot escape me. I should have known I was giving you too much freedom.
Having said that, Alfreya froze Ying's other foot in his two hands and carried him to the cafeteria. Later on, Alroya would be in the cafeteria next to Ying, who was strapped to a chair to prevent him from escaping.
Ah, hello again.
Ying remained silent.
Ah, I see we are still grumpy. Maybe some food will change that.
Thanks, but no thanks. I don't need your fucking food.
Aw, don't be like that. Everybody needs a good meal. Especially you, someone who hasn't eaten ever since our little quarrel last night.
I'd rather starve myself to death than eat anything you give me.
No, that's sad. Do you remember this place, Keyshawn?
Yeah, the school I went to. The place you took advantage of to make my life a living hell for your own benefit. How could I forget? Especially considering the fact that that's why I escaped in the first place.
Ah, yes. But you see, we were all having fun, were we not? You, me, your friends, your family. That is why I need your imagination for power, because I can use that power to use our empire to make the world a better place, to create more fun times for you and me.
Then why haven't you? All the years you've been leeching off me and you haven't made anything better for me. You could have made things better between me and my crush. You could have prevented the fight I got into with my cousin. You could have prevented the issues I had with people at this fucking school. You haven't done anything.
Trust me, it may not make sense now, but it will once you see the end result. For now, eat up. I brought your favorite, chicken patties and fries. You used to get this all the time during the lunch periods.
How am I supposed to eat with my hands strapped to the chair?
Worry not. Alroya and I will feed it to you.
Alfreya unwrapped the chicken patty sandwich, and as he motioned it to Ying's mouth, Ying would open his mouth, biting into it. Ying's body language remained unknown as he was chewing on the food.
The beauty of this cafeteria and the deliciousness of the food, doesn't it make you feel...
Before he could finish his sentence, Ying spat the food in his face like an angered llama. This quickly angered Alfreya, who would punch Ying right across the face as retaliation for that disrespect. Following this, he put his foot to the chair, pushing Ying over as his head hit the ground while he was still strapped to that chair. Alfreya would duck down, grabbing Ying by his hair, holding his face close to the flame in Alfreya's other hand.
I could kill you right here and right now if I wanted to. The only thing that's keeping me from doing so is your body still under preparation, but that does not mean I am a patient man.
Alfreya stated in an angered, firm tone.
Alroya, take him back to his cell. If he wishes to starve, he can starve. I thought through this meal we'd come to an understanding, but I guess not. I no longer care.
Ying would just be sitting there in solitary confinement. He had tried to escape a couple days ago and got caught, and thus was thrown in there. He had been planning his escape ever since he'd come to learn about the transportation and the buses they used to enter other worlds. That was what Alfreya used to enter Ying's world. That was Ying's way back home. The door would suddenly open. There stood a singular man of whom would walk into the solitary confinement room. Your solitary time's up. Come on, let's go. The two could be seen walking down the hallway. Ying would suddenly stop, turning his head back at the mysterious man as he would ask, "So, where are we going this time? Because we walked past my cell. What else does Alfreya want from me?" "I don't have time for questions. Keep moving." The two could be seen walking in what seemed like another prison room. "Alright, so is this my new cell, or what's going on?" Ying would then be met with an attack of which sent him flying, his back slamming hard against the nearest wall.
Ah, what did you do that for?
"Because I'm sick of you always being treated like the golden child around here." To Ying, that statement didn't make too much sense.
The golden child? He repeated. What the hell are you talking about?
"Bring Keyshawn back. Keyshawn is the future of this empire, of the world." That's all I ever hear him preach about. Of course, I don't really know the details, and I don't really care to know. What I do know is that he disregarded me and everyone else's needs, all because he cares about his plans, and his plans involve you. So if I kill you here, that means his plans fall apart, and he can't do whatever he was trying to do for his empire. And with that, the man would charge straight at Yang, electrocuting him with his lightning magic. His magic would intensify, evolving into a blast of which would send Ying flying, his body drifting against the floor. You're not even gonna put up a fight? Good. Makes my job easier. Ying slowly got back up, his body limping as he tried to stand still in pain from the electrocution. Not yet. I won't go down that easily to electrocution, asshole. You can try to act tough all you want, but you're still going to die here. The man would ready more electricity, firing bolts at Ying of which Ying would dodge. But he didn't let up. He fired more bolts at Ying of which he tried to outrun, but failed. Ha! The average lightning strike usually produces 1,000 to 5,000 megajoules of energy. But you're so weak, I'm actually using less energy for you. And clearly that's enough to have you laying on the floor. But Ying pushed himself up once again, despite the punishment he took. Still getting back up, are you? Makes this way more fun for me. Although I still have to speed this up since I plan to be out of here before the morning comes and Alfreya and Alroya are still sleeping. Not if I kill you first. Alfreya and Alroya are asleep, huh? Perfect. Once I'm done with you, I'm getting out of here. He readied more bolts, firing them at Ying, of which would send him flying straight to the ground. Ying got back up for a third time, but just as he did that, the man launched another lightning projectile right at Ying, causing him to scream in agony. Ying, for the umpteenth time, struggled to stand still due to the agony of the lightning. Man, you're persistent. But I've got places to be, so do me a favor and just lay there and die this time. He foolishly charged the man. However, the man electrocuted him again. His feet drifted against the floor as he stood, wobbling a bit. But he didn't let up. He blasted Ying with yet another lightning attack, sending him flying again. But once again, he would get back up, standing tall on his own 2 feet, having tanked all of those bolts. Now I'm starting to understand what Alfreya sees in you. I'm hitting you with all these bolts and you just keep getting back up. However, this time, he went straight up to Ying, electrocuting him up close. He then swung his arm upwards, sending Ying flying into the air. He appeared above Ying and would slam his lightning-enhanced hand right onto his chest, slamming Ying straight to the ground. That should do it. Now to get out of here. And just as he began to walk off, Ying, for a final time, pushed himself right back up. But this time, Ying would be cloaked in that crimson aura. Ha! I knew you had something in you. Is this the thing that Alfreya keeps talking about? The power he needs. It doesn't matter. Like I said, the more you get up, the more you get hurt. And with that, he fired another lightning projectile towards Ying, but something in Ying snapped. The sclera of one eye was black, his pupil red. A crimson flame formed in his hand. Ying would then fire it straight towards the man. To the man's surprise, his lightning ball would be negated by the crimson flame. The flame would then race towards the man, utterly scorching him, consigning his entire body to oblivion. Did I do that? I did. I just killed him. Ying stood in shock from the results of his new power. Where did it come from? He asked himself, but then he realized that with this power, he could finally set himself free. And with that said, he smashed through the nearest wall in just one punch, leading him to the hallway. Just as Ying found himself racing through the hallway, he'd be stopped by wizard henchmen. Hey, just where do you think you're going? Return to your cell at once! The henchmen would all command before they charged Ying at once. Ying, with his new power, would charge the henchmen, smashing straight through them with ease. That's what happens when you get in my way! I'm gonna hop on one of those buses now, and then I'm going home. Ying found himself at a nearest stop, right in front of a bus, one that he had been looking for. He'd then look over his shoulders and notice that he was being chased by more wizard henchmen, which then led him to hurry onto the bus. Once he made it on the bus, it immediately began to take off. He wasn't aware of the destination, and he didn't care either way. As long as he was both away from that school and out of this world, that's all that matters. He could find his own way back to Jump City. As the bus would continue to ride through the streets, the henchmen would continue to chase after it, going so far as to launch projectiles at the bus, slowly destroying it.
Now they're trying to destroy the bus? Are you serious?
I've got to stop them, and fast. Otherwise, they'll kill me at this rate.
Warning. Bus 285 taking major damage confirmed. Initiating emergency escape protocol.
Emergency escape protocol?
Whatever. I've got to stop these guys before it's too late.
Ying would then open the emergency back door, where he'd see the wizards flying at him. He'd then launch a flame projectile right at the wizards, scorching them all in one blast. And that takes care of them. Now, to figure out where this thing's taking me.
Destination confirmed. Now exiting the Grease Kingdom.
Out of nowhere, a giant portal would open right in front of the bus. The bus would then levitate, flying straight through that portal. It felt as though Ying was flying straight through a black hole. He couldn't really make much out of what he was seeing through the bus windows. The atmosphere would change, and the bus suddenly crashed onto the ground. Ying, who had been seated, had no idea where he was, but he knew one thing. He was free. Away from Alfreya, away from Alroya, away from any and all of the wizards.